What a pleasure of mine to be here, sitting here in the office of one and only Arshad Ramji, Adam Ramji. We see his billboards everywhere. We see his smile everywhere. He's traveling everywhere. And here I've got a few minutes with him today because Diwali is coming up. And good to see you, brother. How are you doing?
Likewise. A really exciting time, and so honored to have you here in the office with me.
Every time I call you, every time we talk, Ramji, and I say Ramji, you make me think of my God, my Bhagwan. Every time I think of you, I see your billboard. So you carrying Ramji's torch with you all the time.
That's such a humble burden, really, to put on me. And
it's a wonderful burden.
No, and it really is. It's a good feeling. I'm so honored and blessed to have that last name.
That name,
yeah,
Ramji.
Really, yeah. It makes an interesting story too when I meet people and they're like, well, you know, what's the origins of that?
Yeah,
so I love explaining what it means.
And you know the song Ramji ki nikli savari, Ramji ki leela.
So there's so many great songs there.
Wah wah Ramji.
Right. What's this one too? Like
Jodi kya? Oh yeah. Okay, so since your name is Ramji. And Diwali is coming up,
yes.
And you celebrate Diwali. You celebrate everything, right?
Yes. So we really believe in a real, as you say, a real pluralistic nature. Every religion should be respected, understood, and I think that celebrating that with our fellow brothers is so important, and it's actually very joyous too.
Yeah, humanity is the best
100%
religion that's closest.
Yes, and it should be something that brings us together, not something that divides us. Understanding what somebody else's religion, somebody else's, what their belief systems are.
Yeah. So I saw your video from last year where you were saying, Happy Diwali to everybody,
yes.
And light over darkness, light is knowledge. Yes, we want to do that. We want to light up our hearts and our lives. But I wanted to know, since you do have the name Ramji, what do you know behind the essence of this light, the Festival of Lights?
I'm so glad you asked that, because I think that so often when we celebrate Diwali, we're just focusing so much on the on the light over darkness, but not the essence of it. What is the actual esoteric meaning of Diwali?
It's
right?
great. It's great. I think Diwali, you meet, you get together, and people celebrate life. And I think this desk, your awesome lifted SUV, your big house, the billboards don't really matter. What matter is the human connection that we have.
Yeah, the human connection we have, and also what can we do for others?
What can we do for others? And getting together as a family, as a big, large family. And you enable that by allowing us to have this big, huge Diwali festival. It's a free event, and everybody comes together. We're free because we got brother like Arshad Ramji, who's a title sponsor. But even behind sponsorship, there's a deeper meaning why you celebrate Diwali, and you're a big part of Diwali.
Yeah, Diwali represents so many things. If you talk about the actual meaning of it, what is Diwali, right? How did it come about? And as we know, or as we should know...
Yeah, what is Diwali? Yeah, I want to ask you, what is Diwali?
And as we should know, it's the time when, when Ramji came back from such a big, tortuous event.
Yeah.
And all the events that he had to go through, and the town welcoming him back, lighting all these candles, all these clay pots and lighting it up. So that's how it became the lights, and then having fireworks and the symbolism of him coming back. There's so many different meanings in that. One is, light over darkness. The other thing is, how in our hearts do we manage to get rid of that darkness, right? So there's such a deeper meaning of it.
Just by saying Happy Diwali and saying and lighting up a diya is not enough.
No, it isn't. It's, when you go
we are all imperfect human beings.
Right. We all have the Ravan in us, right?
Yes, we do.
Vice, right? So when he goes back and he defeats Ravan, and he comes back, that's such an incredible celebration for his victories, right?
And we have to take that and we have to implement in our lives. How do we fight the Ravan in us?
Exactly.
And we've got those vices: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. And we all have it, and we all try to.
Right. It's all the things that we burn ourselves to achieve, which are unattainable in some senses, right? And
these are important things to think about, to keep in mind as we celebrate Diwali and as we eat and we are joyous. Yes, it's a joyous time.
And I also wrote down a few things also here, like what are the 3 vows of Ramji? Right?
Yeah.
We have the number 1, keep your promise. There's really nothing godly in that, right? It's something that we learn from Ramji, saying, like, why can't we all do that, right? Keep your promise.
You say something?
You say something, you do it. say it, you mean it, right?
Yeah, you say it, you mean
What's
it.
that? What's that term? My word is my bond. Right?
Yeah, that's true. And actually, you have even before this Diwali, I think you have also taught me that you say something, you stick to it.
You stick to it.
Otherwise, you don't do
Yes.
it.
Right.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
you don't say it.
Otherwise, you don't say it. And if something goes, you can't do it, then you step up. You have accountability for it. But
Yeah.
keep, most important thing is keep your promise. You say something, you make sure you do.
3 vows of Ramji. One is
Keep your promise.
Keep your promise.
Next one is protecting the needy, right? Helping. If you're in a position to be able to help others, I think that's one of the essences of being human is how do you be human, right? That's why we're called human beings, right? Help other people. Make sure you're helping the unfortunate or the needy or the people that are out there that are in catastrophic issues. Kind of what we do here at the law firm. People are involved in an accident. They're at that moment of need. Like, what do I do, right? So how do we implement those principles? And
It could be
values?
anybody. It could be somebody driving, like I got a rickshaw, somebody driving a rickshaw, somebody driving a Rolls Royce.
Or walking.
Or walking. And somebody hits you. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter what car you're driving, but you are in need. You are in a catastrophic event.
Right.
And
It has nothing to do with your financial abilities.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm.
Everybody
in need
goes
of
through the
guidance.
same- yeah.
There's an accident. Doesn't discriminate. It hits rich, poor, doesn't matter. But you need guidance, right? So, and that's one of the vows of Ramji, right? Making sure you help the needy, protecting the needy, and then the third one is staying super important. Staying devoted to your dharma, right? What are your principles? What are your beliefs?
your
First of all,
values.
Your values. Your ethics. What are the things that
Because without it, you just like a balloon flying in the sky.
Right.
You're not tied to anything.
here and there. Like, having a really strong moral compass and saying that, this is what I believe in, this is what I stick to. And I think what's really important with that is being consistent with it, right? So that way then people see that you're consistent with it, you can spread that, and then people learn from that as well, right? We're all, there are parents out there, we have siblings, they say, well, who do I want to emulate? Who do I want to be like? That's my role model. This is the person that sticks steadfast to their principles and their dharma.
This also ties into as we journey in this life, we got to be closer and closer to God, and we burn up these vices, and everybody's got these vices and distractions, and we're all pulled in different areas, and the more we get pulled, it really is up to us how close we stay to our principles, our values, our dharma, and try and be like Ramji, try and be like the Maryada Purushottam, that is the ideal man, Bhagwan Ramji. So 3 vows of Ramji. I'm glad we covered that today.
Yeah, to even share a similar name is such an honor. It really is. And, it's...
I've always thought about that.
Yeah.
I always think about this, and I see your billboard, and I see your everything about you, and it just to have that name, it is an honor.
No,
to
it
have Ramji.
certainly is. And it really, I feel, also holds me to a certain standard, saying that, okay, I represent, in a sense, whether it was my choice or not to have that name, now I have it. It's like, okay, the torch, like you said, is here. So I have to be a representation of a good role model to other people, making sure that other people are following those principles, and having strong ethics is super important. I think that's really what really encompasses the essence of Diwali, right? Is how do you take that Ravan, that vice inside you, and say, you know what, how can I extinguish that?
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you should be like, bland, but there's some things that you want to be excited about. There's limits to everything, right?
Yeah. I see you as, I really truly see you as a very balanced human being. You're a good husband, you're a good father, you're a good son, you're a good business professional, and I know how you've dealt with me and your friends and your family members when we need you. You've always been there for us.
And I appreciate it. And it's an honor to be able to do that. There's an emotional feeling when you give something to someone, and there's an emotional feeling of when someone does something for you, right? But that feeling of gratitude when you do something for somebody else is such a higher feeling if I can do something for other people. And so I'm always looking for ways to help people. How can I make someone else's life better? What can I do for you? And that's one of the principles we have at the law firm too. Like we say within each other, like what can I, even within coworkers, how can I make your life easier? When the cases are moving and something's happening, or someone's having a bad day. Like, listen, I'm not at 100%. I'm at 50%. Okay, well, all right, I've got your back. I'm going to make sure we see this through.
This is such a good talk and how you want to be a good human being, how you want to be successful in life. You know, a lot of people are like, man, I want to be successful in life. I don't know how to. I want to be a good human being. What do I need to do? Well, these are the steps that we talked about today. And if you follow these steps, you get to be like Arshad Ramji. You get to now. He's not perfect. Nobody living is perfect. But you want to be a successful human being. You want to be successful in what you do, because if you're successful in business, you can help other people. You can help other people. You got a team of people that are working with you. You're helping people on the road that need you.
Right.
You got to follow these things that we talked about today. And I think if everybody is able to hear this and watch this again, we will make tomorrow better than today. And I will be a better person tomorrow than I am today. And I'm just so glad that we got to hear this from him directly, from Ramji directly.
Yeah, try to make every day a better version of yourself from the day before. You know, every single day. Someone once recently told me, you know, go big or go home, that saying, and they used it in the terms of education. And I was like, how does that even apply, right? And they said, if you're going to go get educated, people say, oh, I don't have this education. It doesn't matter. Education is just a piece of paper. What matters is your behavior. How do you manage? So if you don't have that, how can you still
Education is just a piece of paper.
It's just a piece of paper.
But it's your behavior.
But if you say, I want to just get this degree, but I'm not going to use it, or I'm not going to be able to implement it, or I'm not going to be able to use it to make lives of other people better, then what was the purpose of it? What did you do with that, right?
It's always a pleasure to chat with you on the phone, wherever you are. Sometimes you were just in New York recently.
Yeah, yesterday. Oh, there for yesterday. Yes.
And to meet him in person, and to see you do what you do. Every year I see you growing. You're following the principles of Ramji. You're following your dharma.
Yeah,
And I think it's a wonderful example of Diwali.
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, there's one thing of scaling the business and those opportunities, but how do you scale your potential opportunity to help more people?
Yeah.
And that's such a good feeling. And with that, then of course success comes and all that. But as long as you're doing good for other people.
Happy Diwali to everybody. From me, Sunil T, and my brother.
Yes, for me, happy Diwali to everybody, from me, my entire law firm over here, from my family. And I hope that this Diwali is incredible for you, and you hear these things we're talking about, and you implement them in your own lives.
Let's sing it together. Ram ji ki nikli savari,
right?
Ram ji ki leela hai nyari.
I can't sing as good as him. Thank you.